How are you guys? Wednesday afternoon here in my shed, the old Hilux. Today I'm going to be putting my turbo manifold back on, and just went down to MDS in Kaipoi there, diesel specialist, got my injectors reconned. They weren't squirting right, they were fucked, so got them done. Going to put my manifold and turbo back on, put an extra wastegate spring in, hopefully get that opening a bit later. I'm looking to run about 20 pounds in this thing, so, and at the moment as it is, where is it? The wastegate I have is opening at about 11 or 12, and then it's boosting through to about 18, 19, so if I can get that opening at 17 or 18, then I'll be a bit happier with it that way. So I'll put a new spring in that, which I have up here somewhere. Yeah, I've got it up here somewhere anyway, so I'll do that. There's new injectors, fully reconned. The other ones were down about 30 bar on pressure. They weren't squirting. Got all the sealing, the heat shields and seal washers and everything in here, full set. They did me a really good deal on these, so highly recommend go see Hayden down at MDS. Oil feed for the turbo. I had been borrowing a mate Will's one for a bit because I bought this one to go into the block for the oil feed, and they gave me the wrong one. The thread pitch was wrong, and this is the new one. You can see it's so close, but no, this is the new one. That should do me, so that there will go straight onto this oil feed. Obviously return off the bottom back to the sump. So here's my turbo and manifold, homemade wastegate flange there, V-band. Sort of just made this manifold myself. I already had a standard 2.4 turbo manifold, but I wanted to put a wastegate on and EGT probe on the bottom there, so I'll just whip this up. It's not the prettiest of manifolds, but definitely does the trick. The old log manifold. Just migged it all. Mandrel bends, and then the rest is just steam pipe. VF22 turbo, Subaru turbo. It's an IHI. It's the one that comes off the early RS Legacies, the square boxy ones. You know, back when Subarus were cool. So, no, this turbo seems to go alright on my car, my truck. Definitely wasn't going good with the old injectors though, so be good to get it all swapped over and hopefully drop it back off at MDS for a tune, and hopefully she doesn't get too hot and make some good horsepower. So I'll start by getting the bonnet off. I'm going to take it right off, so I've got the lights right above. I'll get a few tools out, move the welders, and yeah, I'll get into it. Yeah. Awesome guys, so first up I'm going to do this wastegate. Got my other spring here, certain amount of PSI. The spring, I don't really know, there's already a spring in there, so I'll be running both springs. It's basically the exhaust, the pressure from the engine and the exhaust manifold builds up here, and once it gets to a certain amount of pressure, it pushes that valve in and vents out this exhaust pipe here, well, this screen pipe. So I'll take all these little Allen keys off around the top here, and this whole top head should pull off. The new spring should go in, and then I'll put the whole top hat back on, tighten it all down, and it's one less thing that I'll have to do after I get the manifold back in. So we'll get into it.
Bling, bling, bling,
Cool, so got the new spring in. As you could see, a lot of pressure on that top hat when to push down to get these wee screws back in. I actually stripped one of the screws, got a bit eager with it. This isn't actually a genuine tyre wastegate, it's a cheap Chinese knockoff. I think it was, I can't even remember, $100 or something like that. But I'm not putting out a 700 horsepower power figure, so probably more like 150 horsepower diesel. So this here does the trick. It's just to vent the exhaust when the manifold pressure gets too high. So now that's done, can get that bonnet off the truck and look at getting that turbo manifold on so I can clamp this back on. Awesome, so got the turbo manifold on, all bolted on, got the wastegate on the V-band, that's all bolted on. Got the dump pipe for the exhaust on, that's all done up. Oil feed for the turbo, all hooked up to the block down there. Oil return, all hooked up, clamps done up. So it's just the EGT gauge, this thing here, to go into the bottom of the block, but I'm not going to do that because this one's actually broken. So I'll get a new one of those, and then that's the hot side done. I've actually, as you see, I had those new injectors, so I need to put those in on this side, but I'm actually off to Australia tomorrow, so I'm away for 4 or 5 days, so I think I'll just wait till I get back. I'm not going to be able to get it going or anything tonight anyways. It's raining outside, so, but that's cool. Made a bit of progress tonight. Hopefully next time I'm out here working on it, be able to kick it in the guts and take it for a strop up and down the road, and hopefully these injectors do their thing. And yeah, we can get back in the mud. See you later.